is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They start the drive with Cook. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. First down, here's the run with Cook. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Now Allen. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the middle with Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Allen off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
45 yards on the ground for him so far.
They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. Touchdown, Bills!
Gabriel Davis,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
The Texans at 2-7 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Pierce on the counter.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Open man there is Collins, complete.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And he fights his his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown.
Dameon Pierce with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
The point after is good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On play action, Allen rolling to his left.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Allen now looks to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Ready for the second quarter from Houston, it's the Texans in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw-in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Dawson Knox from 17 yards out.
And the Bills have taken the lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Texans 7. Tyler Bass with the kickoff for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Finds his man, it's John Mechie.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Carter.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken in at the 22. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Play action. Now it's Allen.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
56, 56.
Throwing now is Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Second down and 5.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the gun, it's Allen.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
A run for Pierce out of the gun.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. You know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Come back in! Come back in!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Caught left side by Mechie. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw here.
Open man is Mechie, and he's got him.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 37. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. He'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
77
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Bills are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Allen now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Now Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
2nd and 11 now.
To throw, it's Allen. He's got a man, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Tyler Bass for the kickoff for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Gabriel Davis,
48 yards.
and the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
And this is obviously quite a performance, and most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, It's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Texans 10. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So after the INT, it's Allen. Open man, complete downfield to Davis. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now Allen off the bootleg. And complete right side to Cook.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Right back to Davis. It's complete.
Touchdown, Bills.
Gabriel Davis
From 4 yards out.
And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether You keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Allen off the play fake. He's got the hook up with Diggs.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
To the air, Allen. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Cook up the gut, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. He'll drop to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 18. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Allen now looks to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Bass on for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bills 42, Texans 10.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 35-yard line.
Come on.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the...
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He will find Davis on the left side, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows?
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Grant Delpit, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.